All right, the FBI announces the attack on the UFC with a sniper with 5 people interwoven, and that 250 and the 5 is attaching to your 22/25, 52, 55 clocks. And Melania, who just turned 56, and Elon Musk, who is turning 55 on 6/28. And then the Iran war started on 2/28/26. So there's a 6/28 flip-flop on there. And the barren womb, the anniversary, the 22 next year, barren womb 22 in a couple years, and then the Kai Trump 22 in 4 years. All those are tying into your Revelation 22, Alphabet 26, these types of clocks as far as that last Trump, because you're in the time frame of the John, which is the John Trump, and the John is the wild times, the part 2 and 3. And then we've been tracking since the bridge burn, the B-52 crash is tying into the train going off the rails on the part 3 we've gotten into on the Back to the Future, which is an important foundation because Biff is based on Trump. But we have the jelly roll crossover with the bunny XO. The roll is another term for X, and the ecstasy and those things as far as the crossroads. And then the jelly filled donuts, the Don's nuts. That's tying on one aspect when we've gotten into the Baker session. Either way, the Spider-Man dying in the lava lake or whatever, and found 3 feet under the water. 104 temps to 140 temps is what the lake gets. We're on day 108 or 109 of the Iran war. Day 140 for those temps is going to take you to the 4-month 20th day, which is the 420 marker. And then that's going to take you to 717, 718, depending if you count or don't count the starting day. So this is tying into your Bunny XO and the Miranda Lambert. I did a post earlier connecting these little points of light with a Justin Sun, the hit list, and with Gavin Newsom that's being mentioned. I did a video on all these things before with the hit list with the beekeepers and the acrylic glass factory, the MMA and all that stuff. Either way, so now this is where I was correct and all these things are right, but they so-called thwarted it and knocked it all out. So either way, folks, it's just kind of an update video for you. The Dawn's light and the bulb, basically with capitalism, it's where we've been building this bulb, right? And it hasn't turned on, and you're either looking at this incandescent bulb that's white or dark, and we've seen these things with the LED bulbs and these types of overlays in our world. But this is where it's going to turn on, and they're the children of hell, and they're going to burn within and all that stuff as the corona, the dark sun, the sun and shield, the Lord God, Lord's name in vain. All that has been taken in as you've done your little biogenesis, and you've eaten the forbidden fruit, and you've had that symbiotic relationship, and now that venom's gonna come out within you and all those things. But that's where we're in now. The 10th Mountain Infantry, that's gonna take you into Dawn's 10th year, which is coming up as far as if you count from 2017 to 2027 and such. And then the 27 is also a 47 breakdown. So the light as far as the Dawn, John Trump up to the last Trump in a few years or whatever for that barren womb. And this 22 to the 23, 24, 25, 26, these little clocks, that's taking you into the 2030 and the 2033 and those things as far as the long infrared vision or whatever, because some of these things we're seeing take place here, and then some of these things where they're scripting or whatever, planning for down there, or however it's all going with the spiritual darkness coming into light. But either way, folks, the suspects mentioned is June 10th, suspect 19, that's the 9/11 crowning on all those things. The aerospace, that's tying into the poison dart frogs or whatever, that's tying into the B-52 bomb. And then that's also the and then the Love's Hack, the Love Shack, that's tying into your Obama's talking about hack today in his email. Or anyway, we're see some hack jobs for the coffee and that kind of stuff for the 420 month, 20 day, and stuff for the 140 temps, and that stuff has the Spider-Man, the Spooderman, and the Venom, and the Carnage, and all that stuff is kind of comes out within y'all. And then the Iran, the IRNA, the reverse on the shot, and these things as far as the COVID and Corona. You have the Petro Gusto, that's the Deer Boy. The Deer Boy is tied to the Reed and the Red, and the Reed is the Fantastic Four, where stretches out the Stretch Armstrong and the Stretch Armstrong and Armstrong, and that's the Justin Sun, and all that stuff is going together with that artillery shells and whatever else. So it's all breaking open, folks. The 55-25, the 45, the flip on the 24, all these little clock sessions to where the Begotten Sons, the Begotten is where the 46-45 Biden and 46-47 Trump are coming together. And then you have your Melania, who is just 55, turned 56, that's the 11. So that's the L even. These are little time sequences. And then your Elon turns 55, and then the Melania anniversary turns 22 when the Elon turns 56 for the L even, and all those little overlays for those things as far as the Trump coming in with that marriage ceremony with the Doge, the EGOT on the backside, and that's for the eclipse birth, and that's where you see the Elohim, Elon Musk coming in with these different lights, doing the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ's tied to your NASX, your Xmas, and those things. And then you have your Sodom and Gomorrah, your lottery session, where these people have a winning ticket basically for the SpaceX, and where they build this company, they can go cash out and then not show up to the jobs anymore, and that's where SpaceX just crashes overnight. And those little things as far as the Dragon crashing down on a little symbolic transfer point is what I've told you before, as far as we're going into these lip sync sessions, and the second coming of Adonai is here now, and now I've put together these clocks and the motion picture and all this stuff or whatever. So now it's all coming into where the black hole or whatever's consuming itself in a way. So either way, if you've been following along and whatever else, hopefully this makes sense to you. But otherwise, you're just left in the dark. And as the darkness comes, the light's gonna shine right in your eyes. And you're, oh no, I'm Chinese, I can't see. I'm Chinese. Okay, so either way, that grasshopper, he jumped real high. Just get ready.